Greetings, community. It's Kevin of NCBD Comics, and I'm here to bring you another edition of Kevin's most anticipated reads tomorrow for New Comic Book Day, 12 13 2023. And if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you being here. And if you're visiting once again, I appreciate you being here once again. And hey, let's start off with my most anticipated reads with Marvel. Blade, issue number 6. Now, hey, this has been a pretty decent, solid run of Blade. I've been anticipating the Blade run for quite some time with the introduction of his daughter. I knew it was kind of a segue for an ongoing series with Blade, and I've been digging it. And, I just had to say that with this series, I really didn't know how much of a huge Blade fan I was. So just keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep reading it out. Hey, Agu, appreciate you being here. So yeah, I guess Blade has made some type of deal with Dracula, and I don't know, possibly even like drank some of his blood. Some crazy stuff is happening. So I've been digging Blade issue number 6 coming out for 12/13/2023. Moving out from Blade, we're going to talk about Immortal Thor. The Immortal Thor issue number 5 has been something I've been anticipating for a while. I think there's supposed to be something happening in this thing. This is, I just think there's going to be some hardcore war happening, and there's going to be a lot of casualties. So I'm really anticipated this read. Moving out from the Immortal Thor, issue number 5, we're going to talk about Luke Cage, issue number 2. This ties into the whole gang war thing, and the gang wars is something I've been hoping would turn out to be, I guess, something that I recall of memory, some nostalgia, some, I don't know. I guess I'm kind of just brushing a little lines of youth into what I was anticipating in this read. We'll see how it turns out. I've been digging Cage. You know what I mean? The first issue was really cool. So let's see how this turns out with issue number 2. Moving out from Luke Cage, issue number 2, we're going to talk about Marvel Zombies, Black, White, and Red, issue number 3. I like this type of anthology tales. You know, these little, I guess there's like 3 stories usually in each book. So when we kind of snivel about the whole $4, $5, $6 books, what they keep giving us 3 stories that are pretty decent to read. Well, that only equates to, I don't know, $2 a story. That ain't too bad. That's my reasoning. All right, Marvel Zombies, Black, White, and Red, issue number 3 coming out tomorrow for 12/13/2023. It's pretty high on there on my list. But moving out from that, we're going to talk about Miles Morales, issue number 13. This is also tying into the whole gang wars thing. A lot of issues is. I'm talking about Daredevil. A couple of things that I'm actually not picking up. Spider-Woman I will be picking up. So there's a lot of issues that are tying into the gang war. I do believe that as long as you're reading the primary Amazing Spider-Man, you'll get the gist of it. All the other things are, as you know, supporting acts. Okay, getting back to what we're talking about. Miles Morales, issue number 13. Other than the fact that he's tying into the gang wars, I think there's an involvement of some other characters that are within this issue. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what Ziegler's doing with this, because he's been writing a really good series. So if you're not already checking out, Miles Morales, I recommend grabbing 2 trades and starting with 13. Moving out from Miles Morales, we're going to talk about Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy, issue number 4. This whole Silver Surfer thing, if you think about all the past 4 series that have been out the past 2 years, 2.5, they've been solid. And each one has been slowly building on another. And the fact that they're bringing in possibly another reemergence of a character that was once dead, I'm kind of digging it. You know what I mean? These stories have been solid. So, Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy issue number 4 coming out to you tomorrow at your LCS. Moving after that, we're going to talk about one final Marvel story, Spider-Gwen Smash. Yeah, I wish. Never mind. Spider-Gwen Smash issue number 1 is a 4-city tour with the Mary Janes. Obviously, it's a little bit more to it than that. We're going to definitely see a few more versions of Mary Jane that we've never seen before, which I'm all for that. I'm getting dirty again. But other than that, I know this is a pretty solid series. The other ones are not bad, but from what I've been reading, the little tidbits that I got, and from as far as the actual art that I've seen so far, seems solid. So it's definitely high on my list. But moving out from the Marvel side and cruising over the Vault Comics, we're going to talk about one book in particular and one book only. Beyond Real, issue number 1. This is a story by Zach Kaplan. It's don't want to get too over creative or just over explain this to death. After a car accident, a girl ends up finding out that we're essentially living inside a computer simulation. Yeah, let's go with that one. So again, Zach Kaplan, he writes some pretty interesting stuff. And when he gets out there, he gets out there pretty far and then reels you back in. More times than not, these stories tend to be a little introspective, and he tends to work with some great artists. I can't ever recall a single story that he's done where I didn't appreciate the art. Just saying. Moving out from that vault side, cruising over to, well, you guessed it, my Blue Light Special. And this week's Blue Light Special is a Dark Horse book. Usagi Yojimbo, of course. Death and Honor, issue number 1. All these books that they've been coming out with Usagi Yojimbo that are of yore and in modern day, and it's been really pleasant to see. Not only do I get to read these things now in color, but I'm seeing them, I don't know, it seems like outside of this, the vibrance of color being there, it seems like these lines are a little cleaner, finer. The palettes, because there is one, I don't know, it's beyond. I think this is what it was just meant to be. That's all. I'm really being immersed in these books every time they come out. And it allows me to fully appreciate something that was already great, in my opinion, before. So that's why, from Dark Horse, from Stan Sakai, Usagi Yojimbo, Death and Honor, issue number 1 is my Blue Light Special. And that's it for me. Entropy. Appreciate you being here. You stay well.